question me where you'd be without Adrian Kempe.
No. I mean, he's a good player, important part of the team, but yeah, I don't think like you. Jeez, that scares me to even like.
Is he not carrying the team offensively?
No, he's not carrying. I don't think he's carrying the team. He's a really good player, an important player for us. He's having a terrific season. It's just so hard out there. He's a great player, but I don't think he's carrying the team offensively. No, I wouldn't say that. Yeah.
One of the goals tonight came kind of a similar pattern, just pucks to the net, bodies to the net. Is that maybe the recipe when goals are a little bit harder to come out right now?
Well, it's really the recipe most nights. When you're playing the defending Stanley Cup champion, I mean, what else was out there? Did anybody, Morsey missed one. We had one in the front. Morsey missed it at the end. There wasn't much else out there. There's just not. That's just the way the hockey gets. And they know how to play. They won the cup, and they make it hard on you. So that's all you're going to get. I was happy that we ended up there, and Clarkie made a great play. And, Juice is the guy who scores goals, but where did he get that one from? Right in front of the goalie. You know what I mean? So he's a good example for us that way, too, because scores our nicest goals and also knows where you have to score and get the greasy one.
A game-time goal in the third is always going to give a big boost to the bench, but when it comes from a guy like Sammy Laney as his first career goal, did it give you maybe a little bit of extra juice?
Yeah, I thought we were going pretty good in the third. I mean, first I thought we played well. Second, they took it over. There's no question. And the third, before the goal, I thought we were going pretty good. But it's great to see, And I thought that line was pretty good all night, actually. I thought they had an impact. It was physical. They were competing. Big hits out there both ways. So Gino at the net, presence strong, and then Sammy picking up the loose change. There's a few things that are better than seeing a guy score his first goal. It's a special moment, and you work a lot, long and hard to get to the NHL, then get to score a goal. It's pretty cool.
Is it maybe a testament to Sammy, his hard work, his character, how excited the rest of the guys on the ice were? I mean, they almost seemed as excited as he was to see that come going.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit like I don't think anybody expected Sammy to be scoring his first NHL goal this season. You know what I mean? So it's kind of extra special that way. He had a great summer. Finished the season strong in Ontario last year. Great playoffs, but no expectations for him to help us at all. So all those things combined, really, you're really happy for him.
Kevin goes up in the third with Kopi and Juice. Seemed to be a lot of offensive opportunities in the 3-9, obviously. But what did you like about what those three guys brought in the third?
Yeah, I mean, were we down? We got tied, actually, when Kevin went there. But we had talked about it in between periods, actually. We were down one. We talked about putting Kevin with those guys. Yeah, I mean, we don't do that all the time, but it just felt like one of those nights. It was so hard to create. We wanted to put the three together, and turned out, the face-off, they were already 30-some-odd seconds into that shift, and I really thought about bringing them off. Kopi's our best ozone face-off guy. We gave him a short blow, so fortunate decision on that one. I almost screwed it up.
How big was this, especially you're starting a 5-game road trip to the East, to get this one and kind of get back on the winning track?
Yeah, we haven't had some results, recently, but we thought we played well. Thought we played well in Calgary, lost. Thought we played well in Edmonton, lost. Had a bad first period in Seattle, and then played pretty well, lost. So, and then just, we talked about the Pittsburgh. So all of a sudden you're going, we're not getting any points. But we thought we were playing pretty good, with the exception of the Pittsburgh game. So we didn't overreact. The players just gathered themselves and probably were a little bit tired coming back from that road trip, I think, if I look at it now in retrospect. But having said all that, in the end, the points are what you need. The points are important. I mean, you don't get much for second place, but it did feel like we were still playing good hockey, and the points should come if you play like that.
And especially at this point of the season, it's kind of the dog days, right? I mean, you're halfway through, and the playoffs are still 3 months away, and it's going to be a couple weeks before you get a break. Yeah,
you can look at that. We hope with our team, we feel like we can't treat it like the dog days, even though they might be. We're challenging our team. They've got a special bond. We're challenging them to this year play through that. because we think if we can do that, it's an advantage because it is a really tough part of the schedule. But when you watch the game tonight, that's top 2 or 3 games that we've had all season. As far as hockey games, it's a hard-fought game. That's a playoff-style game. Great opponent.
And then you may be getting a reinforcement here in the next while.
We hope so. Yeah, we hope so. It looks like it. It looks like it's going to be. Well, who knows? I don't have a date, but it's not going to be too long.
And how much? I hate to hog this, but how much of an impact will he have when he gets back?
He'll have an immediate impact. Just coming back into the group, he's a really popular, energetic player. It will take him some time, so we're accepting that it's likely going to take him some time to get back up to speed. And when I say time, weeks. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that he can't help us in the short term in a maybe a lesser role, and that we can build him back up as quick as we can.
Coach, are you optimistic he can play on this trip?
I am optimistic by nature, so that doesn't tell you much.
I don't think like you.
Yeah, that's right. Well, no, if I started, I think you might have took that the wrong way. I just mean I would never say, except I didn't. Anyways, we can talk off camera. I'll explain to you what I was thinking.
So on that first power play, you guys create some chances, especially right off the bat. You guys have some good shots. Second power play, what did they do? The adjustments they made, and was it at that point that they seemed like they got a little momentum to close out the first and take into the second?
Yeah, well, their penalty kill is much like ours, very aggressive, and so we were able to break it a couple times the first time round. And get some chances, didn't score. Second time they were on it. They pressed us. We were unable to. We had 2 or 3 chances to make a play, and you don't make the play under pressure, it ends up going back down to your end. So similar to their goal, I thought we did a pretty good job against them. Pressed them. One quick play at the net, and they beat us. So
you got another one goal against performance from Darcy. Against a team that obviously likes to put a lot of bodies in front of the net. What does it say about his consistency that you've seen lately?
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to think back to when he wasn't consistent this year. You know what I mean? He, I guess I would say the 2 times he had, he took a little break for injury, kind of got him out of his rotation. But it's been a long time, hasn't it? He's just played very, very well, and I think coming back to the Kings, being here, good relationship with some of the guys, Kopi and Drew, and really had a lot of respect for him. They were telling me in the summer that this is a great guy. This is an awesome move. This is before he made a save for us. So I think the fits worked out really well, and happy to see him back on top of his game.
Jim, looking at Quinton's game, he'd been getting spot duty against the other team's best players, but it seemed like the Tampa game was a turning point where that was his main duty, was matchup against the team's best players. He had I think, 9 points and 6 goals in 10 games prior to that. He just has 1 assist in 8 games since then. Is there any concern that you're maybe losing more offense than you're gaining defense by making that move then?
No, I thought he had a good game tonight. That won't be his job every night. And, on the road we don't control the matchups. So we don't chase it very often. I like the fact that, Phil and Kopi have done that forever. Phil did it his whole career. We've bounced, Kopi's done it, we've bounced between them here. Now we just got one more guy. And it's a tough job. So, some nights it's nice to have the day off from that job and maybe create a little more offense because you're not worried about defense. So it won't be his full-time job.
How did it feel having going through a 12-6 tonight for a rare?
Oh, wow. No, it was fine, but it was interesting because right before the game started, I was saying to the guys, okay, who am I doubling up tonight? What's my order going to be? I didn't even, I was like, whoa, easy night for me. I didn't even got to think here tonight. So, no, it was good. Kill was good. Fourth line was good. Worked out just fine.
Any particular reason today was the 12-6 there, or just wanted to get a keel in?
Wanted to get a keel in, yeah, and I wanted that big strong line, with Sammy and Louie and Gino, and I wanted to get a keel in. So.
Seemed like in the third, maybe energy level wasn't optimal for either team, but both teams were still defending really well. Was it just a case of somebody making a play, and was Clark the guy who made that play?
Clark, he made a big play, yeah. But I would say that it takes more energy to defend than to play offense, and especially when somebody's defending you hard. And I think both teams did a good job of that, and that's why there just wasn't you hear it all the time. It's a cliche. There's no room. There just is no room to do anything because people are on you so quick. That takes a lot of work. But yeah, Clarkie made the big play. That was a big time play by Clarkie, and it was nice to see. It's been a while since he had one of those ones where he had the puck and you're wondering what he's going to do, and he delivered.
And then now, it seems like every time you guys close the gap, home road games, this is the last long trip, but you guys won't be even home and road, I think, until game 78, 79.
Is that what it is?
Just,
Yeah.
Your thoughts on this upcoming trip.
Yeah, well, man, what are we, 3.5 days home, 4 days maybe? So yeah, this one is going to be more challenging than the last one, just based on that, just based on being out for 10 already and this just short trip home. So we'll have to challenge the guys. Hopefully Drew and Laugh at some point can give us reinforcements on this trip. I think we'll need it before too long.